Hey guys, I know you're all super busy playing Fall Guys, so let's get right into it. Here's some tips I found along the way to earn that sweet, sweet golden crown. Seesaw. Don't be overly fast here. Just follow the path the mob takes so that you can get onto the next platform. If the seesaw isn't on the side you want, just wait near the end of your platform and it's bound to come back. Most people just yeet themselves off the edge in desperation anyway, so don't worry about taking your time. It's also really important to note that you don't want to jump up a falling seesaw. If you walk straight up it, you'll gain a lot more traction and probably make it to the top. The second you jump, it's all over. Jinxed. This one sort of depends on your playstyle, and in a lot of cases can be counterproductive if everybody follows this tip. But if you feel really confident in your ability to jinx other people, you can get yourself jinxed at the beginning of the match so that you can grab as many people as possible. If you get jinxed right from the get-go and you end up getting like 5 people, it will end up being worth it as long as every other teammate didn't follow this tip. Egg scramble. Everyone is going to be worrying about the golden eggs at the start, and while they do make a huge difference, they matter most during the late game. At the beginning, focus on all the other eggs so that you have as many points to rely on as possible. You could be beating your opponents by a lot of points, but if all they have to do is grab one of your golden eggs in the late game to catch up, you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble. Once all of the other eggs are taken, swarm their golden ones. Tiptoe. This one is actually pretty easy to win. Stay right behind the herd. They will experiment and fall off platforms for you. Try and stick to the middle of the tiles so you don't get grabbed off of the edge. There will be tiles that you can dive over to save time, but only do this if you have to. Also remember, you have to jump at the end or you'll fall to the bottom. That one got me twice. Hexagon. That is a sick pun. This is one of the finale games, and if you get it, you'll probably be able to win after hearing this key tip. Everyone will fall off the top really quickly, since there's so many of them at once. You want to take things really slowly and just jump from platform to platform like this. It's pretty likely that you'll end up at the top all by yourself if you do it right. Try and pave your path so that you can dive to the next platform if you have to. Just make sure to be watching out below, otherwise this can happen. Yeah, not fun. Hit parade. So at the start, you're going to want to try to not jump multiple times on these logs, as you'll be likely to fall off. Jump onto the blue, jump onto the yellow, and then jump onto the next platform. The spinny things are easy, just follow the herd. Unfortunately, if you get plowed by everyone at this gate, there's nothing much I can do for you. The rest of it is just up to your timing skills, but remember to take it slow if you have to. Rollout. This is one of the more challenging ones, but I found it was easiest to run between 2 logs on repeat. You want to avoid people because if you get hit by a herd, you're probably headed right back to the lobby. Also, this is just a quick reminder that we are a small but growing channel, and if you gave us a like and a subscribe, it would greatly impact us. Thanks guys, on to the next tip. Rock and roll. This one is heavily luck dependent. As you can see here, there's nothing much I could do once the other 2 teams took off. Just try to stay at the opposite side of your other teammates so that the ball doesn't go flying either left or right. Push it all the way to the end to claim that victory. The whirly gig. So if you hit these spinny things at just the right spot, they will actually push you really hard onto the direction you want to be going. Just make sure not to get hit the wrong way or you're going to go really far back. On the last part, you can choose to go through this middle spot, but I prefer taking the longer route as it usually gets you there quicker since it's not so luck dependent. Slime climb. This is the hardest obstacle course level in this game, in my opinion. If you touch the slime, you're immediately out of the game, no second chances. You're going to want to take your time. Most people will lose before getting to the goal. Avoid the bouncy shortcut at the start, and once you get to these logs, make sure you don't jump a bunch on them or you'll fall off. Again, the rest is just timing, so take it easy. Gate crash. This is another simple one. You want to run towards the opening gates so that by the time you get to them they are closing. This one is just up to timing. You can also do a dive over a gate if you time it right. Once you reach the goo slide, run towards whichever gate is moving up, as it will be at the bottom by the time you get there. Royal fumble. Grab a tail and don't stop running. I don't recommend you jump unless you have to cross a gap, as you may end up falling on your head. You can also hide on the moving platform for a few seconds if no one notices where you are. If someone does grab your tail, it's possible to turn right around and grab it right back from them without lag. Dizzy heights, another easy one. Run with the platforms, not against them. Even if it feels like it'll take longer, it won't, trust me. Dodging the balls isn't bad either. Just run up the middle whenever one is about to shoot out. Block party. This one is pretty challenging. Try and stay in the middle after each section so that you can make it to the other side. People will try to grab you, but just keep running. If you get pushed off, you can dive back on as a last resort if you time it perfectly. And of course, you want to try and stay as close to the front as possible. Fall Mountain. I am not a huge fan of this one, as there's so much luck involved, unlike Hexagon. Try and be as close to the front as possible at the beginning and watch out for the falling balls. Let the hammer on the very left hit you forward, and then sneak past the next hammer on the left by walking close to the wall on the left side. Next up, just grab the crown. I'd show you footage of this, but, well, I never got it. Fall ball. This one is really fun. You want someone to be the goalie on your team, so if no one else is doing it, then make sure that person is you. It's not easy to push the ball, so if the opponent manages to get one close to you, just push it back. Also, most people are preoccupied with the ball at all times, so if you sneak up to one as soon as it spawns, you have a good chance of hitting it right into the goal. Just jump underneath it and you're good to go. Door dash. Similar to tiptoe, you want to let the herd run ahead of you a little bit so that you don't get stuck on a real door. And well, that's really all there is to it. Just make sure you're not too far behind. Well guys, that's it for this tips and tricks video. There are definitely more stages that I haven't covered yet, but if this video does well, I'd love to make a follow-up one. So if you want to see another tips and tricks video, let me know down in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next one.